Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I made a part 2 to the top 10 items which you definitely forgot about in Fortnite. If you remembered them, let me know in the comments. And also, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you do enjoy the video. Up at number 10, we have the decoy grenade, which was released in Chapter 2 Season 2 and was sadly vaulted in Chapter 2 Season 4. Decoy grenades allowed players to clone themselves and trick their opponents as they could not tell the difference between the decoy and the real player. Decoy grenades were a very fun item to use as it added a new meme strat which players could use to their advantage. Up at number 9, we have the tent. The tent was added in Chapter 3 Season 1 and vaulted in Chapter 3 Season 4. The tents could be found around the map and allowed players to store their items, which was OP as it allowed you to start the game with mythics and exotics, and also have duplicates and keep your best loot for another game. These tents also allowed you to hide in them to heal you for 5 HP a second, but they were sadly vaulted because there were too many glitches with the item. At number 8, we have an OG item, which is of course the ceiling zapper. This wonder of a trap was the first of its kind and was released in the pre-season of Fortnite, then vaulted in Season 1. This trap could only be placed on the ceiling and would deal 125 damage to any unlucky opponents who came into contact with this trap. At number 7, we have Bender's shiny metal ray gun, released in Chapter 4 Season 4 and vaulted 3 updates later. This gun was part of the Futurama update and was a mythic and dealt an obscene amount of damage at 195 damage per second. It was vaulted because it was too overpowered and many players complained. At number 6 is the sideways rifle, released in Chapter 2 Season 8 and vaulted fully in Chapter 3 Season 2. The mythic version of this rifle dealt 200 damage per second and had infinite ammo, but it had a much slower fire rate than the other rifles at the time and a cooldown period. The mythic rifle could be obtained from upgrading the weapon using an upgrade bench, and there was a version of each rarity of the gun found in the sideways anomalies, and you could use the cube monster parts to upgrade the weapon. At number 5 is the Stark Rifle. The Stark Rifle was part of the Marvel season in Chapter 2 Season 4 and was vaulted the next season. This gun could only be found in the Stark Industry POI as it was inspired by Iron Man and it was very fun to use. This gun could be hip-fired for a faster DPS than aiming down sight, which is very useful in close range fights. When aiming down sight, this gun had a very slow fire rate but did a lot of damage. Up at number 4 is the 2-shot shotgun. Released in Chapter 3 Season 3, it was only out for 1 season before it was vaulted. The difference between other shotguns and the 2-shot is that this shotgun actually released 2 bullets instead of 1. When Epic increased the fire rate of the second bullet, it could actually phase through builds, which is very useful for competitive players. At number 3 is the Charged SMG, released in Chapter 3 Season 3 and vaulted the next season. As you can tell from the name, the gun had to be charged up, and when the player released the trigger, the gun would shoot. This may sound good as it also does a lot of damage, however the gun was very annoying to use as if you were in close range you couldn't just shoot, you would have to charge up first. At range this gun was also very annoying as it had terrible recoil. However, it did allow you to choose how many bullets you could charge and it would go through players' builds. Number 2, we have the Dual Fiend Hunters. Released in Chapter 2 Season 8 and vaulted in Chapter 3 Season 1. This gun was designed to defeat the sideways monsters and shot crossbows semi-automatically. Unlike other crossbows, they were hit scan and players didn't need to account for bullet drop. However, people did not like them as they did barely any damage.
Oh, I'm the top! Oh, he doesn't even do anything against walls! Look! Barely, bro! Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, come on, bro. While doing no damage.
At number 1, we have another OG item which was part of the first ever Marvel collab, the Shatari launcher. Released in Chapter 1 Season 8 and vaulted in Season 9. This weapon could only be used in the Marvel game mode and was obtained if you were on Thanos' team. This game mode was extremely fun to play as it was completely new to Fortnite and there had never been a collab like this. The Shatari launcher dealt 100 damage per shot with infinite ammo and no cooltime. But sadly, we'll never be seeing this gun again. These videos do take me a very long time to make, so I'd really appreciate if you could drop a like and subscribe, and click on screen now if you want to see the part 1 to this video.